one woman, I think he's at like 900 or something.
Some phrases that men hate to hear. Besides, the big ones hurt. How am I now? There we go. My fault, good people. Dang. I tell you what. Okay, y'all should be able to hear me now. So go ahead and get this thing restarted. Can you hear me now? I can see my thing moving. Yeah, what up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the Strategically Reckless Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Brown, a.k.a. your favorite foster dad, a.k.a. Mr. 710. And I am so glad that you are joining me once again. Yeah. Hey, my bad. That's my bad. I don't even need these because it's just going to be me. But look, good people. Hey, we got one of these episodes for you today. It's just going to be me. My brother out here in these streets, Mailman Moby, in these streets. So you just got your boy. But look. Hey, listen, when I tell you I got one of those shows playing for y'all today, got one of those shows. Go ahead and make sure my chat room is up. Bam. They can hear me now. Yep, there we go. Yep, there we go. And so look, on today's show, we're going to talk about being scared. We're talking about the Kevin Hart Roast. We're going to talk about that rookie trap that the some for the bunnies, you know, they end up getting leaked. That sounds crazy when I say it out loud. But, hey man, well listen, if you offended real easily, stick around. Stick around, because I want to see if I can get that with you. Let's see if I can get that with you. But listen, all right. And so before I get all the way into the show, I was listening to XM Radio this afternoon when I was on my way to pick up the kids, and Roxanne Shante was talking about, I came in on the tail end of a conversation about how people deal with, which sex deals with breakups better. And one of the conversations that, you know, I had not too long ago was, do men or women deal with it better? And I almost feel like, so I want to talk about who deals with it better, because I'm only going to see it from a dude perspective. And the thing that made me want to talk about it today was from the perspective of Roxanne Shante. I understand why she would say the things that she would say, because as a woman, you have to say the things that she said. And the things that she was saying was, you know, women recover better after a breakup because we have to. We're just so resilient. And, we could be feeling bad and, gain some weight, and we just figure out how to make that weight gain sexy. And if we lose some weight, we just figure out how to make that weight loss sexy. And, we get depressed and our hair start falling out, we just make our short hair feel sexy. And, we just figure it out because we just resilient in that way. And I was like, okay. But then when she started talking about how she felt like dudes dealt with it, she was like, it's just what I observed, but dudes deal with breakups a lot more different. They're a lot more hardened from breakups. And they take things out that other women do on their new relationships. And then they go and they just start smashing all these other chicks and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, all right. Okay. See, this is only the perspective. It makes it look like dudes don't know how to handle that level of breakup where women just so strong and it's like the dude that had ever gotten broken up with or has ever broken up with somebody, the only thing they know how to do is just start being out here, letting themselves go, getting fat, and smashing up a whole bunch of chicks. And there's something about that just don't mesh together. There's never been a time where if I've been out busted, looking all fat and stuff, that lady's just been like, you know what, come give me some of that thing. It don't work like that. You out here with no haircut, looking busted. You're not out here pulling chicks in that way. Y'all remember Denzel at the Mayweather fight? Like, hear me out. Like, Denzel married as hell. But Denzel being Denzel, y'all look at Denzel and y'all automatically see this women's icon Denzel, like, yeah, Zaddy, and you'll let Denzel hit that. But when Denzel was at the Mayweather fight with that big ass mustache and them teeth sticking out, y'all wasn't checking for that Denzel. That Denzel couldn't get none. That Denzel couldn't get none. He was still Denzel. He couldn't get none. He wasn't even broken up. He was just that Denzel. Y'all wasn't gonna let Denzel hit that. But the point of view when you hear about breakup conversations, it always matters. It always matters. And so, yeah, I would have a rebuttal for that, because there's just no way that you could just say that in all these situations that women always, I'm telling, women always just figure it out after breakups. And dudes, the only way they can figure it out is just being out here. Because what she doesn't take into account is the woman who no longer trusts dudes. And that woman who there is nothing that a dude can do, the new guy. It takes so much for the new guy to try to help ease all of those concerns that the old guy created. They don't talk about that. That's not part of it. Only thing that we hear about is you let one woman destroy you, and now you're going to act like an asshole to all the other women that didn't do nothing to you. But they don't talk about the one woman who, that guy who decided that, you know what, I'm about to settle down. I'm about to do right by this woman. And she ain't ready for that. She ain't ready for that. She in her phase. She in her phase. Look, hold on. See, Charmaine, tires get slashed and windows get busted out. That stuff happens. Because some of y'all, not all, you know what? Sometimes dudes do things to bring out that side. I get it. You know what? Back in my young days, I used to have a questionnaire asking if they thought any of that shit was cool. If you thought any of that shit was cool, if you sang the Jasmine Sullivan song way too aggressively, I'm looking upside your head. Cause that might just be your theme song if stuff started to go left. I bust the windows out your car. And when they start singing, they start closing their eyes and whatnot. That's a red flag. You sing Jasmine Sullivan too hard. That's a red flag. Off top. Fellas, pro note right there. You go ahead and mark that down in the red flag category. If she sings Jasmine Sullivan songs too aggressively, just go ahead and stick that in your back pocket. Figure out how to break up cordially, because she will do those things. See? I know one when I see one. I'm related to him. I know how it happens. Be careful of the dudes who know all the words to all the Too Short songs. Stuff be happening. He be out in them streets. Just go ahead and let you know. One thing, you know what? I'm scared of women who outwardly admit I'm crazy. I'm scared of them because I believe it. See, you know what? We talk about being scared, and those women are, when they say it, they not just playing. If a woman be like, I'm crazy, believe it. She ain't playing, because later on, what's going to end up happening is she's going to tell you, I told you I was crazy. I told you I was crazy. You got to be scared of that, like immediately. You got to be scared of that. See, they were just talking about on Speakeasy how Stefan Diggs need to get away from Cardi B. And I'm like, they need to be away from each other, but they got a kid already, so it's too late for all of that. They should have been scared of each other. And I feel like people don't, in general, they are scared of stuff that they shouldn't be scared of, and not scared of stuff that they should be scared of. Like, I've seen people be scared of like bugs, and I'm like, but you could just step on it. It's over with. And then they be scared. No, ain't none of them jokes. You could just step on it, and it'll be over with. No. I was like, these don't even bite. That's the problem. But listen, the Chocolate Menendez brother, Don't be a menace while drinking your juice in the hood type crazy. Yeah, that happens. Spin your head around. You knew what it was. These kids were scared of a fly one day. The fly had died. I don't know what killed it, but the fly was dead, and they were scared to pick it up. And I was looking at these chocolate Menendez kids like, there is no way that you can act the way you act and be scared of a little bug. There's no way. Y'all the Menendez brothers. Y'all the chocolate Menendez brothers. How y'all gonna be scared of a bug? Oh, Mr. Jason. Like I just automatically assume that if you got horrible behavior that you ain't scared of nothing. Like all them kids, all the baby kids, them baby kids wasn't scared of nothing. You remember the movie? Fearless. I feel like all kids that got horrible behavior are fearless. They ain't scared of their parents. They ain't scared of no authority. They ain't scared of bugs. They the ones, I had some armadillos in my yard the other day. You know what? I don't think I've ever seen. I've seen armadillos before. I've never seen this. In this episode of What the Helly, I have never seen. Look at that. What the hell? What? Just tearing up my yard. Look at him. Just look at him. Look at him tearing up my yard. I'm going out there with the shotgun, screaming out, "Woo! Roll Tide, Alabama!" Oh, way. Go ahead and get that. Oh, look at that. That was the Butterscotch Menendez kid, the Butterscotch Menendez baby out here doing all that hollering, right? I don't think I've ever seen 4 alive armadillos. I've never seen 2 alive armadillos at the same time. You see them when you driving, you see them in the streets, you pull one of them numbers, like, hold on now. You're not about to mess up my... You risk it all when you about to run over an armadillo. It was 4 of them. People was like, I had never seen more than one of them alive at the same time. And they all in my yard, just digging away. Just digging away. See, we got way too much wildlife in my yard. I wouldn't even want to run down. Like, I don't know what an armadillo would do if I just ran outside. Like, I have no idea what I would do. Come on, man. Come on, look. That is not the truth. Hold on, yeah, you know what? Hold on, I'm about to block you. Hold on. You got a kangaroo loose in your town. We just gonna go ahead and call that. Traveling on you, fam. Traveling on your whole town. You out here with with kangaroo. We get notifications of coyotes and stuff like that. They be like, put your dogs up and whatnot. But you out here with kangaroo? If there was a kangaroo sighting in my area, I'd be like this. Run to the front door. I hop out, I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow. This nigga on the floor. Looked at. I wouldn't know what to do if I saw a kangaroo. What? Those are some of those animals that, people can say what they would do until they saw one for real that was close. And then all of a sudden you got Now you got to make a real life decision on what to do. Because it's a kangaroo standing up, looking you dead in your face because they tall as hell. You don't know what you're going to do. Listen, I told you, I posted on Facebook not too long ago. I saw a stork. And I just knew this stork was lost. And the oldest Chocolate Menendez brother was sitting up here. We was on our way to daycare in the morning. He was like, "Oh, Mr. Jason, look, there's a big old bird up there." And I just knew that if I hadn't seen it for myself first, I would have thought he was lying. Like, bro was like, "It looked like a dinosaur." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I've seen it before." But I don't know what I would, listen. So I'm outside barbecuing yesterday. I'm on the phone talking to my cousin about some reunion shirts. Next thing you know, this stork flies out from the trees. Woo, 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 right in my direction. It's only about 15 feet over my head. I'm panicking like, oh shit, there's a stork. It's flying toward me. It looked like a pterodactyl when you scared of birds. It looked like a whole pterodactyl when you scared of birds. And the bigger they are, the worse it is. My wife she wanted to go to an ostrich farm when we was on an excursion, on a cruise excursion. She wanted to go to an ostrich farm, and I'm just like, first of all, that's a big ass bird. Secondly, ostriches are ugly, and I don't like talking about God's creations in horrible ways, but armadillos, ugly. Look like fat ass rats with shields on. Ostriches, ugly. And they stupid. They talk about the reason why ostriches get caught in the wild is because they got a brain that only allows them to remember shit for 8 seconds. So they could be running, stop, and forget. And now they caught. On dumbass birds. Just all in the way. But I panicked. Because the stork is a big ass bird when it's flying right at you. I don't care if it's 15 feet over your head or not. You don't know what it's going to do. When you see woof, woof, woof. I thought it was over with. Hey man, listen. So, did y'all watch the Kevin Hart roast? Because I've seen, I watched most of it. I've seen clips. I've heard the reaction to it. And one of the things that I'll say about how the roast culture in general. I remember back when I was in college, I would play basketball, get done with my work, and then it was myself and 2 other dudes that I played basketball with. We would sit down at the bottom of our dorm. We had a convenience store at the end of the hall, but in order to get to the convenience store, you had to walk down this hallway. In this hallway, there was an area where you could sit down, and myself and these other 2 guys sat down there, and we talked shit about everybody who walked past. I'm not proud of it, but I know that we ruined some business because they was like, we will not go to the store while Jason, Pug, and Whit was sitting down there talking about everybody who walked past. But this was us talking about us. And I cannot pretend like so there were certain things that was off limit. Like we ain't talk about weight and nothing like that. Like we went out here being cruel in that way. But there's a lot of stuff that I make fun of here on this show. I don't go look for stuff to make fun of on the show. Some of this stuff they just put out there and then it's just funny to me. And I try not to laugh at it, but sometimes funny is funny. Oh man. I struggle now with Like racist jokes, I struggle with them. I struggle with them so tough. Like, you know what I feel like? All right, so if I'm not mistaken, there are writers for this roast for a lot of the people that show up, because a lot of them aren't naturally funny in that way, right? All of those people up there weren't comedians. And so if you have writers, and a lot of these jokes need to be okayed. Hey man, I feel like sometimes, under certain circumstances, I feel like people take liberties. It was some liberties that was taken. I don't know why closed captions was on while my Kevin Hart roast was on, but they had when Lizzo made the joke about Kevin Hart and called him the N-word, it had the ER in the caption, and I was like, hey y'all wildin'. Yeah, someone was flying up in here. Was. But yeah, like, all right, so, like, I feel like that was the liberty that was taken. Hey, having a hard ER on there, it stand off, it jumps off the screen. It's certain things that jump off the screen. And if I'm roasting and I'm roasting with my friends, we can roast in a different kind of way. And if I'm roasting with company, there's just certain jokes that just won't get made. When you roast it, so they have different roast shows on that you can find online. Craig Smith and a bunch of guys, they do a roast show. And it's funny, but it's funny, but it's different. Because it's the roasting that I'm used to. I don't know. It was a little. Some of it was a little cringe. You know how you hear some old Eddie Murphy jokes, and some of them sound like, whoa, y'all was talking like this in the 80s. That's what I almost felt like. Even when they took that shot at Cheryl Underwood's dead husband, I was just like, wow. All right. You made a joke. I'm a comedian. Stuff's supposed to be joked about. All right, cool. But damn. That's what we doing now? Like I had to Google, I had to do some research. Like, wait, did he died for real? That's crazy. Like y'all not even gonna let the dead off the hook? That's interesting. Which I'm a fan. I am a fan of comedy, right? Like I will make fun of a lot of things, and there are certain things that I just ain't there yet. I might not be funny enough to do it yet. But what I will say is, all of that stuff, yeah, I mean, she said it was cool because on the comedian side, like she can't say she was too bent out of shape about it. But I understand, like she said she was cool. I was still like, wow. But I will say, the Cat Williams stuff, Cat Williams did not tell a single joke. He was for real. He meant every single word he said. Like, it was all the stuff that he he had been meaning to say. And not that anything was stopping him from saying it. He just had a bigger audience to say it in front of. It wasn't just him talking into a live. He was like, hey, all of y'all, check this out. Yeah, coon, coony, coon, coony, coon, 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 coon. Coon, 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 coon. Like, he was just ready to just peel all of those off. He had them in his pocket just ready. Like, yeah, you get one, and you get one, and you get a coony, coon, coon. And I'm just making sure. And he spent his whole time making sure that he knew. Like, those were not jokes. Those for sure were not jokes. Because if there was anybody that would have been willing to show up to roast Kevin Hart, it would have 100% been one Cat Williams. For sure. Been one. One of that person would show up for sure. Oh man. So I probably should have talked about this earlier. But I did want to talk about this because NBA playoffs on. The NBA draft is going to be coming up pretty soon. The NFL draft just passed not too long ago. And there was the leaked messages about how to get an a rookie, an NBA or NFL rookie. That was so crazy. That was so damn crazy. And it was funny as hell. It was funny as hell because there was so many people up in arms about the what would have been perceived the maliciousness of it. And I get it, like you can't fall for it. Like there was a y'all remember I showed those videos of the NFL draft videos, and there was a few Caucasian ladies that was in those videos, like Russell Wilson's is probably the most famous. And yeah, Russell Wilson's was probably the most famous. But there was a whole bunch of them where the mama was shooing away the girl that was trying to touch the son's thighs and whatnot. And there was just one of those things. And so, all right. I'm going to go ahead and read it. I'm going to go ahead and read some of it real quick. And the text message was like, hey, I want a football player, NFL probably, tall chocolate one, like you did. I want your lifestyle. And the response was, that's easy, but you got to play your cards right. And you can't be an emotional little girl. All right. And so they was like, yo, teach me your ways. Teach me. And she detailed a step by step. 1, he is the prize. Remember, he can change your life. You can't change his. 2, dealing with cheating, don't look for it. Girls will throw themselves at him, and some will succeed. If it's just a fling, let it go. But don't let him get emotionally attached to one of them. P.S. He'll always be attracted to black girls. Activate that shenanigans in her by picking at her and let him see it. He'll ditch her quick. That's crazy. If she's like us, it'll be harder because more than likely she's playing him to win too. Make him choose. 3, be an asset to him. Fold his clothes, buy and bring him his food. Do his homework. Completely integrated yourself in his life to where he can't function without you. 4, don't embarrass him. Don't cheat. Don't text other men. His cute friends and teammates will try you. Ignore it. Just in case the relationship goes south, another athlete will see you as gold. Go completely wild on him in bed. Use throat spray and do any and everything. Be spontaneous. Make it go down anytime, anywhere. 6, let his mom. Do not tell his mom any personal information, especially something negative. She will tell his entire family. And he'll blame you. Just smile, wave, and be quiet. Number 7, always look good in the pillow. His hair and face always need to be done. Push for marriage or at least have multiple kids and you got them. In 2 years on draft day, you will be a millionaire and all your friends will work hard in school to literally never live the life you live. It's so sweet and rewarding. I'm in Cancun right now. There was a lot of people upset about that. And, okay. I understand if you want to be upset about the manipulative nature about how some father buddies are going about getting themselves an NFL player. With that being said, and I heard like, well, if they stupid enough to fall for it and this and that, and I'm like, listen, hold on, none of this stuff that was mentioned looks like it don't look like it on the surface. Like not looking for cheating, being an asset, don't embarrass him, go wild on him in bed. Don't air him out to his mom. Always look good. None of those things seem too bad if you're not looking for a manipulative nature in it. Like, none of that stuff looks crazy. And if it does, tell me where I'm wrong. Right? So, go completely wild on them in bed. Yeah. Throw spray. They be like, hey, you want to drop off that Becky? Here's how to do it. And there were a lot of women that was like, I ain't doing none of that. I ain't submitting. I'm not integrating myself in with all this fold his clothes and buying and bringing him his food and doing his homework. Hell no. Okay. And what you gotta understand is it can be cool. If you want to call the dude stupid, here's what you find out. It's at the end. She done already worked the magic in there. It's at the end where it's found out. Because here's the problem. Here's where the dude can win. You gotta be able to resist the raw dog. If you can resist the raw dogging, you might be alright. Because with that being said, resisting the raw dogging will kind of keep you from being in danger of making them babies. Now, is there some amazing fellatio out there that can make dudes make horrible decisions? Sure. Superhead wrote a book and got rich. She probably already had some bread from being in those videos and whatnot, but the book did it. The book and those fellatio, those superhero fellatio skills put her on the map in a different kind of way. But if you can resist, if you are a dude that is not led by his wang, then all those other things is just somebody just being an asset. You are just looking out. You are helping me. Now, if you trying to help me, and I'm telling you, I don't want to have no kids right now, and you like go ahead and just hit me with the raw dog, and now you looking like a hustle. Now you looking like a hustle. And you looking like you trying to hustle. You trying to hustle me. And this is the part where you gotta be strong, fellas. And if you're not strong, and you're gonna be out here falling for the raw dog, then at that point, yeah, they gonna get you. They gonna get you, but it ain't nothing new. Listen, for the longest time, there has been countless conversations about why all of these dudes out here, why all these celebrity dudes out here with these white girls. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. First of all, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 7. That's why. That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I get it. So, and one of the things that you always hear from the other side, from that NBA dude, is like, I don't want to be doing all that arguing. All right, well, cool then. You don't want to do all that arguing. What they say is, hey, they gonna show you. They trying to show you. They on the submissive tip until you put that baby up in there. And then they about to be wild. The plan is complete. They don't be lasting no long time. They be gone. They be gone. Trying to find him a new one. Come on, man. So young dudes, if you got some talent, listen. The 5-year-old Chocolate Menendez brother, he done got himself in trouble last week. Sun for the bunnies. Summer bunnies drive him crazy. It's one at the daycare. And I'm like, come on, fam. Come on, fam. Hey, get in here, man. Get on in here. You ain't gotta wait for her. I'm probably gonna hate on this one. I'm probably gonna hate on this the little bunny that's at the daycare. I'm gonna hate on her for real. She was digging in her nose the other day, and I'm like, see, you digging in your nose, she digging in her nose, y'all trying to. Nah. I can't condone those nefarious activities. Absolutely not. I don't have that for you. I can't do it. I cannot do it. And you know what? There was a time. Because you know what? I feel like, you know what? If this person, I don't even want to say it. This liked women. I could see him with a.
The quarter, you only had one field goal, and what does it say about that? That this team can pull out a win like this when you're not having your best offensive game?
Yeah, it's really important. You never know what's going to happen.
Y'all stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. But you know what? Hey, shout out to Carl Anthony Towns, man. The Knicks might make it to the finals again. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. I don't know if I want to see it, but that's going to be crazy. Hey, so before we get out of here, make sure I got everything. Yeah. All right, so before I get out of here, there was some clips that I've seen. Normally this would be the time where it's the let's see if we can make Julian laugh clips. But before we get off of these relationships and stuff like that, I understand people, like this dude look like a football player. And this is somebody. Let me just play the video.
They said they wanted a bop. I was just popping my. I ain't even really mean to go pop. He was just begging to hit. I don't be giving you a shot. I know he don't want me for me. I know he just want what I got. I know that she wanna be me, but she is not doing it well. I'ma go stupid at Rick, then I'ma go cool in Chanel.
You know what? When this video started, it just came up on my timeline, and I didn't know what was getting ready to happen. I was not expecting that, but I'm uncomfortable. Like I don't care if it's my wife or not. She started going up behind my legs, scooping my butt. This is about to be a problem. Bro in this video got to be at least 230. Oh, she out here doing stunts. That's crazy. That is crazy. There is no way. Look, listen, I don't care how strong my wife is. If she not pulling my unconscious body up out of a fire or out of some water, she is not to pick me up ever. Not even to try. There's no way. He was smiling when she put him down. Squat my big ass. Hell no. Now, here's the problem. I ain't no good. Because first of all, what you can't do, you can't be out here with my jammy that close to your face. This exercise would not be going good because you would not be able to breathe. I'm out of pocket. Now, it might keep me from being 100% because I'm scared that she gonna drop me if bro's starting to wake up a little bit. But damn. Hey, man. Well, what are we doing? What are we doing? Come on, man. Y'all wildin'. And you know what? In this episode of What Are We Doing? Because y'all wildin'. These baseball celebrations have gotten out of pocket.
3 in the 9th. And very nicely done, Mike.
Well, yeah. And
3 in the 9th. And very nice.
What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Listen, let me tell you what. If we ain't got to win another game, we will not celebrate like this ever again. I don't know who was the choreographer of this celebration that was like, hey guys, we win this game. All three of us, we gonna hug. We gonna hug and bam our decks together.
3 in the 9th, and very nicely done, Mike.
Well, yeah, and
3 in the 9th, and very nice.
Let's never do that again. You know what? I'm actually glad because MLB sent them a letter saying, let's never do that again. Please and thank you. But the Dodgers did not seem to get this memo.
And hello to the scoreboard for Dodgers in Game 5. It's 1-0.
You know what? Y'all wildin'. When the video first played and bro walked up and he hit him with a bow on the first one. I'm like, what y'all doing? But you know what made it even worse? What made it even worse is that happened before. That happened before this. Come on, Dodgers, y'all wild.
And hello to the scoreboard for Dodgers in Game 5. It's 1-0.
What y'all doing? What y'all doing and why y'all doing those things? You know how out of bounds that is? Cause that don't make no sense. See, you know what? The chest bumping, if it was the hood chest bump, all right. Dick bumping, out of bounds. It's this level out of bounds.
Long jump, T11, Lex Gillette. His 4th round jump. Damn. Well, that's got it.
Athletes struggling here with the noise from the crowd.
That's how out of bounds that is. Because you can't, whoever made that up, whoever came up with this idea, that's crazy. You know what? I wish I had that Christian Wilkins. Because the Christian Wilkins one is crazy too. Because this dude was doing that like way back. It's probably about 5 or 6 years ago. Bro was way out of pocket with his cellies. I don't know what he had going on. And I'm like, yo, this is the type of stuff that I see why he not in the league. I see exactly why he's not currently in the league. Let me see if I can upload this real quick without it messing up anything, because if he was doing this type of stuff in practice, if he was doing this type of stuff, like this is way, way out of pocket. And like I said, whoever choreographed these type situations, I don't like it. I ain't judging, because I ain't judging, but I just don't know why anybody would do such a thing. All right, let me see if I can get this, because if I can do this real time, my producer skills are lit right now. Because you shouldn't do, like, first of all, as a teammate, the first time this happens, I'm gonna react in a way that it's gonna be bad. But I feel like all of these dudes are complicit. Like they came up with this plan together, and now For them to come up with this plan together, and then they out here hitting each other with the ding-a-ling bumps. No diddy. That's crazy. That's crazy that y'all would even think about that. And whoever just came up with that idea, y'all should be fined. It should be a fine. There should be a whole lot of push-ups behind this type of stuff. You know what? I'm gonna have to go in and do it the other way. Dang. Cause y'all need to see this Christian Wilkins. For whatever reason that I thought it was y'all might not get Christian Wilkins. Yeah, y'all not gonna get it because I can't have this thing talking while I'm talking. Sorry guys. No weird Christian Wilkins videos today. I meant to move it earlier and just kind of ran out of time because the duties never stop. The duties never stop. But maybe next time y'all will get a celebration. But not this time. And so look, good people. Once again, I greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, I was still looking, trying to see if I could find it the other way. And it just wasn't cooperating. And so, like I said, I greatly appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let me see if I got, and just because Julian is in here, he will definitely love this.
Just take it. Suck it up, swallow it. We're going to win this Sunday, okay? Am I right?
I mean, to a degree.
I've been coming. I'm going to continue to come. Skip's been coming. He's going to continue to come. And people just need to get over that. Because
we're just getting a taste of them. I'm like, I'm tired of getting a taste of them. I want the whole load.
Wait a second. This is working.
Right.
I just busted right inside him, and he can't extend on me anymore, and he seems a little overwhelmed by my girth and tonnage, right?
Well, all series long, we've been able to penetrate their bigs, get deep, suck the D in, and then we got spot-up shooters.
Oh, shoot. That is so funny. And listen, last thing before I get out of here. If y'all are still out here raw dogging coughs with this new handmade virus out here, this is what I got for you. Because raw dogging coughs in 2026 is so damn out of pocket. And I don't like it. And I feel like y'all should get locked up. Y'all should get locked up. But look, all right. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Watch the second half of this game.
Run to the front door. I hop out, I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, shot his ass. Bow, 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 bow. This nigga on the floor. Looked at it, saw who it was. I'm like, damn. Shot his ass again. Bow. He screaming and shit. Ah, fuck. I shut the door. I'm like, damn. Shot his ass. Bow. Go back in the studio, shut the door. All I hear is doom, 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 doom. Somebody coming up there. I open up the door again. I start shooting.